Test, test. Test, test. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, yeah.
What line looks better for them to line up? The red, that closer line or the further line? Further one. Further. Yeah, there's a bit of a glare with the lights there. So a bit further back.
Test. Please welcome the finalists of the 2026 FAI Futsal Cup, Blue Magic Leinster Futsal Cup. We now ask everyone in attendance to please join us in a round of applause for Tony Cosgrove, member of the AUL, who sadly passed away recently. Please be upstanding for the national anthem.
Welcome to the 2026 FAI Futsal Cup Final. My name is Oisin Fogarty and I'm joined here today by Ben Flynn of St. Edith's Futsal Club. We're going to start with introducing the teams. Blue Magic. Number 1, Guilherme de Souza Cardoso. Number 4, Renan Henrique Cardial. Number 7, and captain, Ian Byrne. Number 9, Mateus Manati. Number 16, Lucas Mikowski. Number 2, Murilo da Silva Vieira. Number 3, Andre Ribeiro. Number 5, Nibosa Jokic. Number 6, Iago Casio Rodriguez Marabetzi. Number 10, Victor Calderon. Number 11, Arkadiusz Bogdaniuk. Number 14, Leonardes Matius. Number 15, Jonathan Baraldo de Brito. Number 18, Gustavo Pereira da Silva. The assistant coaches for the day are Paul, main coach Adam Kolick, and head coach Sinisa Sikar. For Leinster Futsal Club, number 19 and goalkeeper Vinicius Roland Billo. Number 4, Mutinho dos Santos. Number 7, Patrick Eduardo de Souza Gomez. Number 8, Fernando Tales Roland. Number 23 and captain Oriol Tome. Number 9, Felipe de Moraes Vaz Guameres. Number 10, Mateus de Souza. Number 11, Mitri Vinicius Pavarini Serino. Number 13, Felipe Riudi May. Number 14, Jonathan Lucas Moreira. Number 18, Rafael Vieira de Souza. Number 22, Thiago da Costa. Number 30, Marcelo Mitsuo Fugioka Neckel. And number 94, Jan Silva. Their head coach is Emir Mustik, and team helper is Luis de Silva and Rafael de Souza as well. I'm joined today, as I mentioned, by Ben Flynn, who will be taking us through the games in a couple of seconds. I'm going to start with we had a moment of applause for Tony Cosgrave there, and I want to take a moment to mention all the work he's put into futsal on behalf of AUL over the years and be sadly missed, as well as, unfortunately, this year Moldova Boys Futsal Club lost their head coach Dennis Sanusa as well, who will also be sadly missed due to their time in futsal. Leinster The newcomers to the final today, their first time here. Relatively new club, founded in 2023. It's their first final, and they're here after a very strong semi-final performance against Pro Brazil, last year's finalists against Blue Magic. Now they have experience on the bench in Emer Mustic, who's been around futsal for an extremely long time, has been here over the course of a number of teams, especially his first club, Bosnia and Herzegovina Futsal Club, where he was involved with his family members, including Eden, who is now playing futsal over in Germany. If you're watching, hello Eden. And they're playing Blue Magic, the favourites for the day. They're looking for their 7th consecutive cup title. Obviously the club with most European experience in the country at the moment, having gone away the last 7 years and have 7 previous finals under the belt that they've won, including others that they were participants in and fortunately lost. We're straight into the game with set pieces now from kicking. As you'll notice throughout the game, the Magic again have been at this for a couple of years. The squad has been together for a long time, and you'll see from their set pieces extremely well worked, and they will create chances and always be dangerous off the back of that. They're starting the game with a high press and putting Leinster under pressure. Blue Magic on their second set piece of the game already. Now Ben, you've played against these a couple of times. Their set pieces, how difficult are they to defend against?
It's very difficult to defend against. Their movement is always excellent, and they always have a number of options open, which comes here as well. Yeah, their movement is excellent, and they have a number of options open, so they're always ready to exploit teams on their set pieces.
Nearly like PlayStation level of set piece at this stage. They just know what they're doing off the bat.
Yeah, very dangerous.
And they've come out of the gate strong in the game so far. You can see them maintaining a high tempo right from the get-go.
Yeah, lots of energy, lots of movement around. So we'll try and settle them down here a bit, but it'll be difficult when they're pressing high against you.
Leinster also with 1 foul on the board already. For those of you new to futsal, it's a 5-count foul system per half. If you reach 5 fouls, every foul after that is an automatic 10-metre penalty. Just 2 penalty spots, 1 for inside the box and 1 from 10 metres out. Good defence from Leinster. Incredible power, always generates in it. The captain for Leinster, number 23, Oriole's also a player to watch out for in the game. Very good feet, very good technically. Again, Blue Magic on the high press, not giving Leinster a chance to play out at all. That foul system, Ben, how important do you think it will be today?
I think it'll be very important. Both teams will be conscious of not giving away too many fouls. Both teams have good penalty takers, so it'll be an important, factor if the count does get high. Especially as the game progresses and emotions are running high.
If Blue Magic can keep this pressure on, they're going to build that foul count up, and it's going to put extra pressure on how Leinster defend, obviously.
Yeah.
Again, we can see that pressure bearing fruit as Blue Magic are just set piece after set piece at the moment.
Yeah, that's what need to keep their concentration here.
Captain Ian Byrne with a strike. Now, as mentioned, Blue Magic obviously the favourites, and have been the real standard bearers in the league the last couple of years. And the experience they're bringing to the league, even with Sina, and their head coach recently joined the Serbian national team's coaching staff as well, and he's been away with them on international duty, as well as the completely unforgettable European experience he's had with his club over the last 7 years. Leinster have a chance of a break now. Well defended by Blue Magic. And again, for those joining who are new to futsal, it is a stop clock game. 20 minutes a half, counting down is what you'll see on the timer on court side. I'm not sure what you're seeing on the game feed. Blue Magic on the break. Another Blue Magic set piece. Shot. Set piece was won by number 9, Mateusz Minati. Blue Magic recently joined them back after being abroad. I think it was in Poland or Italy, playing futsal as well. Good shot by Ian Byrne again.
Yeah, put them out to save. Nice defended set piece as well so far.
Very well. For the amount that Blue Magic have had, it's normally one of their strongest points. Easy rack up 3 or 4 goals from set pieces in the game. Again, as we go through the full 40 minutes, be just intrigued to see how long Leinster can keep it up for. Oh, unlucky corner again.
It was a nice move there by Blue Magic. Moving the ball wide and then back in. Pass back post, I'm looking at the score.
They constantly use their rotations to create those passing lanes, and they're just so good at it. They're patient.
Yeah.
And they've had a few additions this year as well. That number 4, Renan Henrique, that joined as well. He's just incredibly difficult on the wing.
Yeah.
You've played against him twice this season now.
Yeah. He's very, very quick off the mark. From the standstill, he's a great burst of speed. And he's really good feet. So keep an eye out for that. He loves to take his man on.
Have you found that since you've started playing futsal, have you noticed a difference in kind of potentially the body movements off players, their explosiveness, even off your own squad, Habib, with the way you can move on a dime? It's sort of different to the 11 side, isn't it?
Yeah, very different. It's it's a lot more of that explosive movement over a short space, and it can really be a difference maker in a game, just to get that half the yard of space to get a shot off or get a cross in or something. Playing 11 side growing up, you tend to have a lot more time and space, and you don't need that explosiveness so much. It's a key here in futsal.
Oh, Leinster with a chance there. Oh! Against the run of play, I would have said. Very well taken goal, though.
Yeah, number 23, Oriel Tomei, wins the ball back. Fires a good shot. Keeper spills into the top corner. Great start for Leinster.
Great start. Early goal changes how you have to play, which is what Blue Magic would have been pushing for and putting so much pressure on, was to get a goal and dictate, but you have to come out of the defence a bit more. That does a lot to help Leinster now. Oof. Very good save from the keeper. And again, all of their players are they're switched on constantly to every bouncing ball and making sure it's theirs. I can't see Blue Magic getting rattled by this now.
No, they've one of their strengths is their temperament. They never get flustered. They're always very calm. They'll stick to their game plan. There's plenty of match left. So.
Number 4 for Leinster, Moutinho, after going down with an injury. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Also want to say a very good footballer, Moutinho. Leinster being brave on the ball here with the style of play with the keeper out. No, definitely not. That was Gustavo for Blue Magic, again one of the 3 new additions this season. Very good player, and a goal. Well, the aforementioned Gustavo Pereira da Silva, very well taken.
Goal from Blue Magic. Leinster will be frustrated there. Player down off the ball, goes down a bit too easily. Created a gap in the back, and Blue Magic scored a great finish.
It's probably greatness of futsal as well. It's from one moment to the next, from defence transitioning to attack. As Paul Fogarty's often fond of saying, a good defence is a good attack. For all the possession they've had and all the movement, it was a breakout from defence that's gotten them their first goal. For those at home, Ben, as well, we've obviously seen a lot of it here, but again, one of the differences in the game is the ability to block. It has a huge impact, one on your set pieces, but even in your live play. Did you find that difficult when you transitioned into the game?
Yeah, definitely. As someone who grew up playing 11-a-side, and you'd be pulled for obstruction. Being able to kind of block a player's movement or their line of sight is key. Good chance here for Blue Magic. Or a job, good save. But yeah, blocking is definitely a huge factor. Coming in, it's a great way to gain an advantage over your opponents, particularly in set pieces. And again, we were speaking about Blue Magic's strength in set pieces. The blocking is something that they're really, really good at.
Oh, number 14 for Blue Magic gone down injured.
Nice on the break here. Got away.
It was off the ball, it wasn't a tackle, so could be worrying. Number 14, Leonardus Mateus. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Seems to be okay.
Yeah, back to his feet. Hopefully we'll be able to continue. Good player for Blue Magic.
Very good player.
Plays in the pivot position, is always very strong, holds the ball really, really well. Always good for a couple of goals as well.
As I mentioned, Blue Magic will be looking for their 7th consecutive win over the last couple of years. They've been the standard bearers in the country. Gone away to Europe a good few times, and they've done very well in Europe. They've been unlucky in a couple of instances not to qualify for the next stage of it. I suppose since the mid-2010s they've been the more dominant ones. Before that was, I suppose you would call the Eden College era or Sporting Fingali era. Again, a very, very good futsal team, and have the honour of being the only club in these isles, including England, Scotland, Wales, who have qualified from the initial round through to the next round of the FAI Futsal Cup. So quite a high standard of futsal in the country, even though it's a small number of teams. And again, the experience that we have as a result of Blue Magic is huge. Oh, chance here from a simple block. Blue Magic reset. Eight minutes gone on the clock. One foul per team. Sorry, one foul for Leinster. One goal each. A good tackle. Oh, handball. It's a different game because possession isn't like 11-a-side. You can't expect the same level of possession. And I think most clubs that are dominant would only be, in the realms of 70%. Possession or completed passes is much lower as well, because you're taking so many more risks. But you do have to be a wee bit better on the ball than I'm seeing at the moment from Leinster.
Yeah.
Because they're under so much pressure, and when they're getting those chances then on the ball, I suppose the difference you see with Blue Magic is when they get it back, they take that time to settle, they get into their setup and get ready to play their style of futsal. Although saying that, they're in with a chance here. Free kick for Leinster.
Yeah, definitely. They've just been a little bit sloppy giving the ball away a couple of times when they do have a chance to break out from the fence. And yeah, as I say, it'll be a long day, and you spend a lot of your energy when you're running around defending. So being able to give your team a break, holding on to the ball for a bit is definitely helpful. Good shooting opportunity here for Leinster.
Very good. Excuse me. Oh, well defended by Blue Magic. Wasn't much of an opportunity in the end. Number 13, Philippe, on the ball for Leinster. Solid defender. Always gives us a hole. Big fan of him at the moment, to be honest. I wouldn't want to be getting tackled by him. Again, we're seeing the block. Oh, very good on the sideline. Very good by the keeper, yeah. Read very well.
Blue Magic's rotation had kind of stopped and slowed down there for a while, and a couple of substitutions, and they're kind of back moving like they were in the beginning of the game.
That's the thing, they'll just wear you down over the full 40 minutes. And with the depth in squad and those rotations, they're able to maintain that. I suppose that's probably been the biggest difference in teams in the league over the last couple of seasons. Just being able to have that level of depth to match them for a full. What a goal!
Nice to give him the ball away. Sideline ball here. Absolutely killer. Number 16, Lucas Bukowski with a great strike. Down to the keeper's left hand side.
Yeah. So I don't know how many times he gets the ball in position. You saw it in your press thinking there's no chance he's scoring from there. He just does it over and over and over again. Absolute rocket of a shot. Pressing high, and I would have thought fairly there. But Leinster have a free kick out of it. Blue Magic now. On 3 fouls, Leinster on 1. Blue Magic want to be careful, not reaching that 5 foul count too early in the game. 9 minutes 49 seconds left on the clock here. Leinster holding on to possession now again. Oh, well done. Great pass. Hard luck. Leinster starting slowly now to actually hold on to the ball and move it when they want, as opposed to rushing it. Oh, unlucky from Blue Magic. And in fairness, it was probably the best I've seen it this season. They've let a few more results go against them this year than other years. I think most teams managed to get a result, either a draw or a win against them, which would have been unusual. So many thought coming into the final, maybe there's a bit more of a realistic chance, which obviously there is. But like I said, they're definitely looking sharper than we've seen them throughout the rest of the season.
Day in the futsal calendar in Ireland, and you know they're very determined to qualify for Europe each year, so they've prepared themselves well for this game.
And again, they're not just in Europe for numbers. They've been close to getting out of that group a couple of times. They'll be going to try and qualify. You know, the last couple of years they've beaten the champions of England. They've done well against. Leinster is sitting in that kind of half-court defensive shape, which is fine, but you have to be conscious of being intense in your defence and not letting those kind of simple cut-ins. and reclaiming the space as much as possible. I would say that you can probably see they're starting to sit deeper and deeper as well, and that's the risks you get. And again, the Magic just take that pressure so well, and they'll reset into their defensive shape. Ooh, foul. Blue Magic up to their 4th foul. Obviously, the scored that last goal, Ian Byrne as well, the currently only player involved in Irish futsal to have an Irish international cap for futsal as well, from back in the day when we did have an international team. He was part of a couple of different squads, and he'd come up through the early stages of the sport as well, back in the day when there was a few League of Ireland clubs involved. Oh, thought the keeper took it to the head, though he didn't. He's straight back up. Fair play. I suppose one of the big differences I think lads struggle with getting involved in the sport, coming from 11-a-side, is that idea of game time. You see Blue Magic here constantly rotating the players on and off the pitch. You know, even their good players are coming on for a maximum 2-3 minute slots. Your opinion on that in the game?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. You come in from an 11-a-side perspective, and you're like, I want to be playing the full game. It's very, very difficult to keep the intensity up for long stints in futsal. It's akin to like maybe handball or basketball. You'd see a lot of substitutions, a lot of rotations, and that's honestly your best way of approaching the game, is making sure you're swapping your players out. You can come back in, you can make an impact when you've got energy. Come on for a couple of minutes, make an impact, and then come off.
Number 23 on a break there.
Leinster not utilising the substitutions and rotations quite as much as Blue Magic are at this stage.
No. And that's where, again, as we mentioned, we're down over the full 40 minutes. Blue Magic are able to, I suppose, utilise, as Jose says from our team, 3 very good minutes as opposed to 6 crap minutes. I won't use the word that he uses normally. He's normally very, very well spoken. Ooh, unlucky Blue Magic. I think Blue Magic lucky not to have gotten their 5th foul there.
Yeah.
Six minutes, 7 seconds left on the clock. I think that may have been fixed for the live feed as well. Again, you see them giving the numbers for their set pieces. There's such a deep bank of set pieces that they use. Oh, looking at intercept. Oh, very unlucky. I suppose another person who's fond of a very strong shot there, number 10, Victor Calderon. You have to be very careful when he's on the ball. First time out of the half. And again, to anybody new to futsal joining us, you're allowed 1 time out per team per half, totaling 1 minute in time. Again, I mentioned there the international team we once have. We're now one of the few nations without one after being the first to set it up. And Northern Ireland there recently having very good success qualifying from their first round of the World Cup stages into the next stage. Now there are 5 rounds, but a huge achievement, and for such a short space of time that their international team has been set up. They've beaten England as part of that group. Remember, I think their first game they were beaten quite heavily by England in their first international competitive fixture. It's huge. Can you see potential for an international team out of the country here?
Absolutely. I think the standard in the league and the cup competitions is really high. I think the biggest challenge is actually awareness and getting Irish players playing futsal, and particularly at a younger age. That's kind of the pathway to creating an international team. But absolutely, I think if we could get more players playing, we could actually have a very competitive team, because, as I say, the standard in this country is quite high for what we do have.
Interesting. Blue Magic going very, very high, very, very flat, high press.
That's really giving the ball away, creating a chance over, breaking the net out. Good tackle.
Oh! I suppose you see we have a lot of youth players coming into our club at the moment.
Yeah.
Keeping them involved. The idea of that representative team is huge. And again, we're in a weird place in the country where small number of teams and very high quality teams. It can be a difficult sport for people to get involved in, because a lot of small nuances make a big difference to doing well in the sport. But when you come in, it's hard to learn them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can take a lot of big losses. Oof. Kind of lax defence from Blue Magic there, unusual. It's just a matter of kind of learning those things.
Absolutely, and the first division for futsal, and I think that's a good pathway for new players and new teams to come into the league. There's been a couple of new entrants into the league over the last couple of years, and it kind of allows people to get introduced to futsal.
Great goal, great feet.
Number 4. Great finish. Pizza's gone really, really well on the wing.
And out of nothing.
Yeah.
You had highlighted earlier before the game, he's one of your favourite players in terms of his footwork and the potential he has to change a game. For all the dominance Blue Magic has had, it's 3-2 now going into close to half time.
It's a great chance going here now for the Leinster Futsal team. It's great to see such good support. Blue Magic playing now with fly goalkeeper, so they have 5 players in the Leinster half.
Interesting decision with the scoreline as it is this early in the game.
Yeah, especially just before half time as well, as we come to the halfway point. Perhaps they're just trying to kill off a bit of Leinster's momentum here, keep the ball. They do run the risk though, what Leinster do, win it back.
Yeah, I wonder whether they're looking more so about keeping possession or actually scoring chances. The minute you go to score, you're opening yourself the opportunity for getting a very easy goal against you. Again, for people new to futsal, I'll explain briefly. It's power play when you bring the goalkeeper out. Now the goalkeeper has set rules. He normally can't get the ball back off his own teammates once he gives it out in his own half. And if he does get the ball back legally, he can only be on the ball for 4 seconds. But the minute he enters the second half or the other half of the pitch, then he's just considered to be a regular player, no extra rules against him. So teams will often use this. If it's a close scoreline, they're going for the win, or sometimes just as possession to wear down the clock, which I think Blue Magic might be doing here. Ooh, unlucky. Blue Magic electing to swap on and off a specialist player rather than use their goalkeeper as part of the power play. So you will see he has the exact same number jersey but in white, and he'll swap that on and off, and he'll run on and off the pitch as they gain possession. And Obviously, they're going with Lucas Mikowski as the option for the FAI goalkeeper due to that absolute thunder of a shot that he has. It's not a tactic Blue Magic would have gone to too often in the past, but the last year or so they definitely seem to be using it more.
Yeah. Interesting to say about, Blue Magic just looking to keep possession here. If you actually look at the players they have in the pitch, it's quite an attacking five they have out at the moment, so maybe trying to get an extra goal or two before half time.
So they have their heavy hitters in terms of shots. There we go.
Backheel kind of disguised to the player out in the wing who fires the ball across the box. Back post finish. Well worked goal.
It's a funny tactic. We've seen it used a lot over the years, but if you can't move the ball quickly enough, you end up just winding down the clock. But it requires people just being defensive in their positions as well. Blue Magic now onto the 5th foul. Oh, sorry, there's 6.
Foul,
so there's
10-metre penalty.
10-metre penalty for Leinster. As mentioned earlier in the half, you'll see where the goalkeeper roughly is now is a penalty spot for a penalty inside the box, and then there's the 10-metre penalty spot for the foul count system. The keeper can come off the line up to 5 metres, or he can choose to stay on the line. Everyone else has to be behind the ball and outside a certain distance either side of it.
Very
well taken. I would normally bank on Blue Magic's goalkeeper to have them, but it was well taken. And again, Leinster back close in scoreline just before the half, 4-3. And Blue Magic do really have to be careful here with the foul count. It's one thing that's unusual and would normally be one of their strengths. They normally wouldn't be high up on that foul count in comparison to the other team.
Yeah.
And it just adds, they have less risk taking to their game, unfortunately, as a result. Oh, lined up for a shot. Very well done by the keeper by Leinster.
Yeah. Ball was rattling in the box. Did well, made a couple of saves in there.
Getting a lift up from head referee Alan Patchell. I apologise, actually I didn't introduce referees at the start of the game. Our first referee today is Alan Patchell, second referee Glenn Geraghty, third referee Paul Lang, and our timekeeper is Claudio Kimposu. Oh!
Good chance work there by Blue Magic and Lucky to not get a clean shot away.
Again, it's a very risky tactic to be doing, but they seem more dominant in it again than most teams.
Yeah.
Every time that decision is made for that ball to go in, it's the right time, right opportunity. Number 7 for Leinster now starting to have more of an impact on the game as well. Magic really need to be careful here with the foul count.
Yeah, I think they were lucky to get away with them there.
Yeah. Yeah. Leinster need to be cool here. These are the moments in the game that you need to manage.
It looks like Blue Magic are. We'll stop using power play for the moment. 16 Lucas McCoshen is regular jersey back on.
32 seconds left. I think a better position going in, 1 goal up.
Yeah, they're risking an equaliser, yeah.
Again, Ben, we were briefly talking about there the prospects of a international team. Even representative teams at at league level would help massively. You see the benefit for up the north. I think we've both seen younger people or people that we have played with throughout the years as well, definitely capable of playing that level. There's a big drop off in comparison to the bigger European teams, in comparison to those around us in closer proximity. Be massively beneficial if we could get it going, and again get the young lads experience against the likes of Blue Magic while they're here, and while they're at the level that they're at.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, particularly in this country where the other sports are doing the 11 side, football are going to be more dominant. It's great to be able to get that experience at a young age.
Yeah,
and grow your skills. It's great to Blue Magic keep it well.
Yeah. I think that's, I've seen kind of 3 types of players over my time in futsal. There's that player that's good at both sports. I've seen those players that bring 11 aside, but not much use at futsal. I've seen lads that are unbelievable at futsal and not great in 11 aside. It's another career path that's potentially there. And I've seen lads at that amateur level in Leinster Senior League. There's definitely a career and options for them.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the sport that's not being utilised. And I suppose we've gone away abroad, and we've played teams in Austria, to play their champions and their League Cup winners, and we've got wins and draws, and both those clubs gone on to the Austrian international team when it was set up. Then that's it for half time. We'll leave you and we'll join you back after the break. Welcome back to the second half of the 2026 FAI Futsal Cup Final. Joined again by myself, Oisín Fogarty, and Ben Flynn of St. Edith's Futsal Club. Starting the second half is Leinster, and it is closer than we were expecting it to be. 4-3, leading to an interesting game.
Yeah, I think Leinster will be very happy now. Only a goal in it.
And certainly, without talking anybody down, like the favourites, unexpectedly would be Blue Magic. I don't think many people would have been expecting it to be this close coming into the second half.
Yeah, no, they definitely grew into the game, did Leinster. So it'll be interesting to see how the second half unfolds.
And their set piece. They are coached by Amir, plenty of futsal experience there. Going back a long time in the country, both playing and coaching. And you can see that in Leinster. You can see the dualities in the style of play. He's given them the knowledge, and you can see them trying to work on that throughout the game. He was also head coach for the international six-side team. He's gone away a couple of times with them to international competition, so plenty of experience on the bench. Very sloppy ball the other way.
Legs on the break here now.
Strong shot. I suppose both teams moments of kind of switching off, or maybe not full presence of mind, but a bit unusual for Blue Magic. I think the game's probably a bit closer than I would expect. Just from Leinster getting those opportunities on the break quickly, or in defence in positions you normally expect Blue Magic to be stronger in.
Yeah, it's almost like they're just maybe not expecting some of the long balls or the passes or the ball to break the way it has done.
Or some of the individual flair from one or two of the Leinster players. They do have some strong players on the ball.
Yeah.
Very good. As mentioned earlier, this is Blue Magic's looking for their 7th consecutive FAI Cup, which has been running since 2007. Short but interesting history in that time. Shamrock Rovers actually the first winners of it, followed by St. Patrick Athletic and Cork City before that first reign of Eton College. Slash Sporting Fingal. If any ardent League of Ireland fans are listening and remember that club, they had their European stint through the futsal as well, which was then briefly interrupted by Futsal and Transylvania before Blue Magic went on their current run. And interesting, free kick or penalty?
It's right on the edge of the box. I have to see now what the referee calls it as. Looking at the replay here now. Yeah, looks like it was just outside the box. Be interesting to see. Yeah, it looks like the referee's given a free kick.
Decently dangerous as well, with the minimum 5 metre distance. It's just chaos in the box, and if somebody can really drive a shot, it's nearly as good as a penalty. And of course, Blue Magic definitely have somebody that can drive a shot. Be interesting to see if they'll work a set piece or just go for pure power. Straight into the wall. Not much of a set piece. Unfortunately, I've been on the receiving end of that from that powerful shot myself. It's not pleasant.
No.
Definitely taking one for the team.
Yeah.
And again, short but interesting history of the FAI Futsal Cup since its inauguration. It's had quite a few big names that went on to play international football for the men's team. Initially it started as an under-21s league, and the likes of Seamus Coleman, James McLean, David Moyler, Kevin Long all played during those early years as they were under-21 players with the League of Ireland clubs. But also the likes of Gary Kelly, Jay O'Shea, Kieran Kilduff, Dane Massey all had decent stints, or decent or short stints in Gary Kelly's case. I think it was a season, but the rest of them played a couple of seasons futsal before going on to their League of Ireland careers. And I think Gary McCabe is possibly another person who was part of that generation as well. And I think Dane Massey was also part of that early stage of the international team that the aforementioned Ian Byrne played on.
High tempo to the match at the moment.
Yeah, it was very similar to the start of the first half. We just see Blue Magic really working the. Sorry, we're getting a photo there from resident photographer Ketso. A big shout out to all the volunteers today who are giving their time freely to help run this. Ketso being one of them. Great futsal keeper back in the day himself. Again, they're kind of clicking into that machine mode again now.
Yeah.
They're getting their set pieces as a result of the pressure, and they're maintaining that high press.
Oh, they kick the ball here. Break on.
Very good finish. Very good finish.
It's a great piece of play there from number 15, Jonathan Morales, to nick the ball back, find his teammate at the back post who plays it back for an easy tap in at the far post again. So 5-3 now. Blue Magic.
And this is probably where you start to see what it's been close up to the half. Just Blue Magic can keep rotating their special squads on and off and keep that intensity up. Oh, unlucky.
Another good run down the left wing by Martino there. Unlucky there was one of his teammates wasn't in the box.
Leinster seem to be trying to step up for that high press now as well.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if they can maintain it. Unfortunately, with the infrastructure in the country, it's very rare that teams get the opportunity to play on a full-size futsal pitch. In a very unique situation where a lot of sports that are popular on the continent, indoor hockey, futsal, handball, all use the same size dimensions, and their halls are built to that size, whereas we typically are built just big enough for a basketball court, which is quite small, so it can be expensive. Oh, Martino again with great feet. Poor pass, oh, yeah. Now we have a break down the other end. Yes, unfortunately it can be rare occasion to get to play in the full-size futsal pitches as a result, because it can be very expensive. You see, we've had to rent the full 3 courts in the National Indoor Arena today for it. What you'll see is from set pieces lower down the pitch, a lot of teams will bring their keeper as an option so they can prevent the other team from pressing high and try suck them in, creates that space. They'll be patient. Gustavo in, oh, have a look. Like I mentioned, the volunteers involved in the sport today, an awful lot of work's gone into today from the referees, FAI, and the AUL League have been great in supporting the sport the last couple of years. We mentioned Tony Cosgrave there, unfortunately, unexpectedly passed away. But a lot of work going on in the AUL, and currently recruiting for a women's futsal league and an under-19 futsal league. So really looking to push the sport. If anybody's interested or listening at home, please do get in contact with them. Can't recommend it highly enough, and the potential opportunities and experiences from it. Leinster certainly starting to put the foot on the ball and try to hold possession.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky. Blue Magic definitely seem to be more on it in regards to their movement and their intensity.
Yeah. Definitely a feature of the way they play. They always come out start of the second half very strong. To either kill teams off or maybe extend the lead, the narrow lead that they have. That would be quite common the way they play. Leinster have done well here though to get through 6 or so minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe conceding one goal. Down against Leinster there.
Leinster are starting to get frustrated now with the foul counts. This is the, I suppose, we've all played with Magic. This is the time of the game. You feel like it might be close. It's really important to manage these moments now and not get sucked into the decisions, which we're all guilty of. Leads to more rash heads, and it leads to more foul counts, and you lose that bit of space you have for those intense tackles. And that's where Blue Magic will show their experience as well. Gustavo having a big impact in the second half. He's covering an awful lot of ground, and he's really doing the dirty work off the ball to make sure that Leinster aren't getting any scoring chances. You really need to be moving the ball out of those tight spaces when you get there. Parallel pass, shot opportunity, hard luck. Second half moving much quicker, already 8 minutes gone.
Yeah.
And a 5-3 to Blue Magic, 2 fouls to Leinster, 0 to Blue Magic. And Leinster are also now starting to move the subs much quicker than they were in the first half. Bit of frustration on the bench there.
Strong tackle there.
Yeah. Number 18, Gustavo, definitely having more of an impact in the second half now.
That's their goalkeeper, Vinny. Right now they've moved into a power play position.
They're doing it with their keeper. Ooh.
Good cross there.
They were unlucky. It's always a risk, but a risky gambit can change a game and turn it on its head. If they got a goal there again, they're right back in it. And we're already halfway through the second half. Ball definitely staying in court much more the second half. The clock's running down a lot quicker. And Leinster starting to, as I said, hold on to the ball more and use it when they want. Blue Magic kicking on the sideline. And again, probably late in the game, but for anybody new to futsal watching in, obviously it's not throw-ins, it's kick-ins from the sideline. Although the Spanish League did do a test run last season with throw-ins instead of kick-ins. Not sure how well it was received by devotees of the game.
Come back here by Leinster. Ball just got under his feet there a little bit and maybe get a clean shot off.
Number 18, Raphael, definitely have a strong show in the second half. I didn't see too much of him in the first half though. Seems Leinster maybe holding some people in reserve for more energy in the second half. Again, the constant rotation, constant expectation to be open to receive ball, even if it's a backheel pass. It's just a routine that they practice over and over and over again. And they are just short of training semi-professional with this stuff and the amount that they train.
Yeah.
Ooh. After hand, the Leinster are going for it.
Yeah, they come out to kind of see out that period of pressure from Blue Magic now. Going into the second half like they did in the first.
Yeah, and they're getting their opportunities on the breaks.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely been a more fluid game the last couple of minutes. It's weird, and I can't believe how quickly we seem to be going through the second half at the moment. Unlucky. Aerial shot from Fernando, number 8 for Leinster. Some mistakes starting to creep in. Referee just calling the ball back to where it actually left the field of play. Blue Magic now sitting very deep. Power play again. I keep missing the keeper coming out. No way. No, was it?
Leinster appealing for a foul there.
I might have that wrong. Let's look. You got a replay on the board here. You wouldn't get that in the international games now. Oh, he tripped over himself. I don't think there's much. I don't think he realised he tripped over himself, but he tripped over himself.
A lot of frustration there from the Leinster bench and supporters here.
Fair to say, on the second look at that, I'd be quite confident in saying it wasn't. Oh.
Leinster got away with one there.
Yeah.
Poor ball out to the keeper.
Where I would have said Blue Magic in the past wouldn't have used this tactic too often. Leinster would be big fans of the power play. Blue Magic seem to be going on the high press for it. Here we go. Probably fair enough as well.
Yeah, bit of a rash challenge.
There's no need, but Magic had made a poor decision after that. The ball's gone out of play anyway. Much more typical Blue Magic now with the fouls. They're on 0 and starting to creep up for Leinster. They're on 3. Oh, very good footwork from number 23, Oriel. Here the crowd getting a bit anxious now at this stage in the game. Blue Magic sitting in a diamond shape for their power play defence, and they're going on the attack with it. They're creeping up and they can. A lot of teams just sit and hold.
Put it back there.
And it is paying dividends for them at the moment. Alan Patcham, unfortunately, taken out there by the 2 players. I think it was fair tackle, but
I think it was a fair tackle. It was just, it's all getting a bit heated now over on the bench.
Fair tackle. It was also fair to go down for it. He was taken. I just don't think it was a free kick. Leinster need to control themselves here now. See a card coming for a sub entering the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, normally it's a card for people entering the pitch, in our experience anyway, Ben. The referee's doing a very good job at just settling this down now.
Not sure you can hear it. Great atmosphere here today. I'll see quite a good following, like the penalty noise.
Quite a good number of fans on the side that we are commentating from as well. They can't be seen on camera.
Yeah.
There we go, there's cards. Seven minutes left in the game. The Magic starting to work the rotations as mentioned again. Leinster not straight out on the fly keeper there. They're starting to look a bit flustered after that there. That's again that game management. Thought that was a bit more than a block there on the Blue Magic, but here we go. The Blue Magic protesting out the back there that they shouldn't be given a free kick, but I think it was another case of tripping over ourselves. Gustavo straight in. Oh, good to win it initially, just seemed to lose it in the turn. Again, those new to futsal, you'll see the kind of culture around the sport, really celebrating those small things in the game, the important tackles, the last minute defending, making that back post run, all widely celebrated by the benches. Now the risk at this stage in the game, you know, if they're not efficient with their time or efficient with using this tactic, it just runs down the clock so much more.
Clever there from Blue Magic number 5.
Yeah. You could see it coming as well. It's that those frustrations you need to kind of leave out of the game. Try to be smart.
Yeah, especially now they need to try and be patient, make the right decisions, but also, as you say, time is running out, so they need to be efficient with what they do have.
Again, I think this is where you see a bit of experience from Blue Magic and definitely European experience.
Yeah, especially now late into the game, and letting the ball do the work.
Lucky. Oh, corner.
That was an excellent piece of play from Blue Magic there.
Yeah.
Two really nice passes and
Wait.
ended up in a goal scoring opportunity.
Waiting for the right opportunities through their style of play. Good shot from number 23. Number 23, Oriel and Matinho have been real options all day for Leinster.
Yeah.
Very good when they're on the ball. I'm surprised that Blue Magic aren't getting out to defend a bit quicker here.
Yeah.
Especially stopped them getting
deep,
stopped them getting into that keeper set play, the power play. It was like they were expecting it without actually seeing the keeper being out.
Good goal. Been a foul there on.
I think there might have been, yeah.
Referees didn't call it.
I was about to say it was silly on Blue Magic's behalf, but they got away with it. Again, in fairness, they're being brave. They're staying in a good press, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of teams the last couple of years have been afraid to do that against Blue Magic because of the intensity of their play.
Magic number 5 gone down here. An injury. I think it might have been a muscle.
A muscle? Could be. Seen much more now in the last couple of minutes. The different type of control and touches you can use in futsal. Again, Ben, you've been kind of part of that transition from 11 aside. The importance of it to development, or to even, you know, how you use it or play the game of futsal. How did you find that when you came in?
Yeah, it was very strange. I'd say, you know, again, growing up playing 11 aside, coach would kill you if you used the bottom of your foot to control the ball, so you run the risk of falling under. But actually in futsal, it's probably a trick to see most players use. You can kind of pivot on the ball, as you see the Blue Magic players doing now. Every first touch, they'll use the bottom of the foot, get it under control.
Oh, risk of a long shot here now.
Defender did well to come back.
Okay. Like I said, it's an intriguing part of the game because even taking 2 touches allows the game to move much quicker than 11 aside, and it's probably you need to see 2 things: that sole of foot control and that lofted pass. Because the ball is weighted and it's on that wooden surface, it just moves so much more quicker.
Yeah, there's only spin on the ball. You need to make sure you're getting it under control.
That's
so putting your foot on top of the ball just kills it dead.
That's what I found with my transition as well. In terms of development, because the game moves so much quicker, in ways that you using skills that it's easy enough to pick up. When you're actually playing 11 side, then you feel like you have a lot more time.
Oh yeah.
And your decision making definitely improves as a result. Leinster now electing to use an outfield player as part of the power play rather than their goalkeeper, which they've been doing up to now. So you'll watch him swap on and off the pitch. We're now at 4 fouls for Leinster. It's 5-3. There's 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. And Blue Magic now gone with the fly keeper, which is unusual, I would have thought. Being very brave on the ball here now. And Leinster being very brave in pressing the fly keeper out. Settle back in now. Blue Magic just need to be patient here, really.
Yeah.
Which that certainly was not.
Leinster lucky there to just sort of snatch the shot and nearly have to take it.
Yeah.
Not the connection they would have wanted.
You see Blue Magic will take their time every time and make sure they're set up. They'll sink in to absorb the pressure, to make sure they're in their right shape for their attack. That'll probably be the main difference tonight, or today, midday even, between the 2 teams. Leinster maybe a bit rushed when they won that ball back.
Yeah.
They've got better at it as the half went on, but
yeah, they have. I think Blue Magic gives their experience very well here. They've just seen most of the game off. There's still 2 minutes, so plenty of time to get a couple of goals, but to this point I think they just managed their lead very well. Haven't given Leinster too many opportunities really.
Leinster need to be moving the ball a bit quicker than this now, really.
Yeah.
You can hear that call coming from the benches. All credit to Leinster. They've left themselves in a position now where they can do the power play into the end of the game, and they're in a decent position for getting a result.
Yeah.
It's probably the closest the final's gone in the last couple of years. Bit of confusion over who has who. Oh, is it going to go in? That's a goal for Blue Magic. Blue Magic were patient and took their chance.
It's always a risky run. Have a goalkeeper out.
You can't really take the opportunity to hope you're going to get a free kick for it. You just have to charge on as if. I actually seen that in the Pro Brazil and Leinster final again. It was kind of power play and somebody went down and it just gave thinking they were going to get the free kick, and it just gave the opportunity for the defending team. Be very hard then to come back in with the time left with 3 goals. Leinster seem to be running the clock down here themselves.
With dejected looks on players.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. They've done very well, but they're really not moving this ball quick enough to be at the power play this stage in the game. I wonder if it's on their mind to have a closer scoreline than actually trying to go for it. As I mentioned, definitely 1 or 2 dejected looks. Keeper probably have a shot now. Just wide. 2 seconds left on the clock. I say that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Blue Magic managed the game really well, used their experience.
That's it for today. Blue Magic have gained their 7th consecutive FAI Cup. We'll be heading to Europe to represent Ireland in the UEFA Champions Futsal League. Congratulations to both teams, well done to Leinster, and congratulations to Blue Magic again. Again, a thank you to all the volunteers, the FAI, to the referees, Alan Patchell, Glenn Geraghty, Paul Lang and Claudio Kimposu, for the time and effort today. And thank you as well, Ben.
Thanks, Oisin.
We'll allow the teams to have their handshakes, and we'll sign off and let you watch the trophy celebrations without listening to the two of us anymore. Ben, man of the match?
There's a couple of players I think had a couple of standout performances. Ken in number 4 for Blue Magic I thought was really good, but I think number 16 Gabriel Jan Mikowski Lucas, I think he was probably the standout player. A couple of excellent goals in the first half, so well done to him. Congratulations, and congratulations to Blue Magic.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Again, some great performances on Leinster as well today and on Blue Magic, but I think the game changing stuff was himself as well, so yeah, congratulations. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We'll sign off now.
Test. The presentation penalty for today's final will be Frank Gavin, Head of Competitions, Caroline Radigan, FAI Board Member. Our first presentation is for the FAI Players of the Match Awards. The Players of the Match for the FAI Futsal Final 2026 is number 4 of Leinster Futsal, Emerson Martino dos Santos. Our next presentation is to the match officials who did an excellent job today. Please put your hands together for match officials Mr. Alan Patchell, Glenn Curry, Paul Lang, Jack Keating and Claudia Sepulso. I would now ask the runners-up, Leinster Futsal, who contributed no small part to an excellent final, to come forward and collect their medals. Well done. We now come to the presentation of the winners' medals and the FAI Futsal Cup. Could we please have the cup winners for 2026, Blue Magic?